I got into the business changing people's carpets. 21 years ago, when I got into the business, everybody in America had carpet.
They wanted the 70s and early 80s out, and all the drugs that fell on the floor, and all the sin that
and
fell
the
on
money
the carpet,
underneath,
stain and the dog.
Yes,
and the,
exactly.
Welcome back to the zoo, and up next we have a guest who is an amazing entrepreneur. He does a lot of amazing stuff for the people, for charities, for Habitat for Humanity. His name is Antonio Sustiel.
Yes, sir.
He's known as the Flooring King.
Yes, sir.
You're an honorary Latino because you're married to a Colombian.
That's right.
There you go, right.
So you were featured on Blue Collar Millionaire,
Yes.
CNBC,
Yes.
for your business, and you're known as the Flooring King. So tell us a little bit about your business and how you ended up on that show.
So my business started 21 years ago with me coming to the United States pretty much with no money. I landed over here pretty much flat broke. I built a mega business, the Flooring King, which is one of the largest flooring liquidation in the world. And Blue Collar showed up, CNBC basically gave me a call. They said that they researched, they saw what I'm doing, and they decided to feature me as a success story for the American people to show them how you can make it in this country big.
You know what I love about Blue Collar Millionaire, that show, is that it shows that you don't have to be some hedge fund guy who moves around numbers on a computer screen, or be one of these people that, like, you know, some of these scam artists that make money just doing something that you don't need or consider, you know, big pharma. But you're somebody that, you know, you offer a service, a product, and you build it from scratch, you know, in a very honest way. It's honest work, and for you to see success, that's pretty, like, inspiring.
It was a little weird even for me, you know, to come as a very humble guy to this country with no money, with no language, no papers. I didn't even know what I'm doing over here, and all of a sudden build an empire from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And then, you know, CNBC calls me, and then I get phone calls from different networks that want to feature me on their programs. And it was a little weird for me, but I was very humble about all this, but it was a little weird for me to see me coming from a small country and all of a sudden this exposure. So I'm humble. I mean, I'm super.
Because you were just fighting the fight, doing the work,
fighting,
and
you
then
know,
you're on television, you're like,
I'm fighting there every day, you know, making a living, and all of a sudden I'm growing and growing, and then I get approached by different people, and then I'm like, wow, this is really the American dream.
Right. So I was going to say, when we talk about an empire, let's talk about the monstrosity of what we're talking about. You have over 350 stores here in the United States.
So right now we are in the process of opening. Right now we have 10 stores. We have on a blueprint to open another 350 stores in the U.S.
Canada.
We want to go to Canada, and we want to go to Europe. The thing is that everything kind of slowed down right now. Europe is still closed. Canada just opened a month and a half ago. And we are finding some challenges right now. That's the reason everything is on hold, is because it's very difficult to get people to work for you right now. There's new rules and regulations. You know, some states allowed you to open, some states don't allow you to open. So we have it on a blueprint. Even Wall Street is looking at us right now. But we're taking it one day at a time to make sure that we can really grow organic and not just open a bunch of stores and close them. So, but we do have literally the largest flooring company in the world right now, on paper.
You know, one of the things that I think is good for your business is that, you know, do you remember growing up, carpets were big?
Yeah, that was the platform.
Now people are like, these dirty carpets. We don't want carpets. We want floors.
It's so true. This is what exactly happened. So I got into the business changing people's carpets. 21 years ago, when I got into the business, everybody in America had carpet.
They wanted the 70s and early 80s out, and all the drugs that fell on the floor, and all the sin that fell on the
money underneath,
stain and the dog.
That's exactly
I
it.
think of crumbs.
Too
Whenever I
many
think of
memories.
crumbs, I'm thinking like the Dorito crumbs and
everything.
Falls.
I mean, and the safe deposits and all the drugs, as we said, and everything was on top of the carpet.
And then you got the hypoallergenic carpet, right?
Yeah. So as the time moved, you know, and people start getting allergic, and the doctors start recommending that carpet is a bad thing for you. Here I am getting into the business, and everything fell just in front of me. They need to change their carpet, and I'm the Flooring King. I'm like, okay, let's keep grinding. And we did millions of houses in the past 21 years. I mean, we've been doing installation also. So in the past 21 years, I will say that we did so many houses that has carpet that now everybody's, you know, walking on.
And this is
On faux wood.
And were you always passionate about floors? Like, how did you know that?
Not really, not really. The truth of the matter is that I landed in this business 20 years ago.
Like, how did you look at a floor and you're like, I'm gonna become the king?
You know, I invented the name the Flooring King because I used to do something else before the flooring, and I landed on the flooring industry about 20 years ago, literally by mistake.
When you arrived here, right?
When I arrived here, I was dealing with perfumes and cosmetics. So the first few years on my business in the United States, I literally started at the flea market. I started selling perfumes and cosmetics on the flea market. And then a few years into the perfume business, somebody offered me some flooring, and I had no idea what flooring is. But I started selling flooring to Latin America, to South America. This was the days that Venezuela was open.
And with a name like Antonio Sustiel, people just assumed you were Latino.
Yeah, that's it. And everybody, Antonio, that's the Greek side of me. And then I was doing a lot of business with Latin America. I did a lot of business with Mexico. We did a lot of business with the islands because we live in Miami. And I don't know, overnight, this became like, forget the perfumes. I'm going into that business because that's what the profit was there. And I also noticed that I'm changing a lot of people's life.
Yeah.
What qualities do you think that somebody has to possess to truly, have what it takes to be successful?
There's a lot, to be successful is very easy. All you need to do is a good set mind. You need to set up your mind. You need to know where you're at. You need to know where you're going, and you need to have a plan. At the end of the day, success is something that you need to write down, and you need to plan. You need to make sure that when you succeed, you will know exactly what to do with your success. So at the beginning, all I want is money. All of us, you want to succeed, you want to make a couple dollars, you want to eat better, you want to live in a nicer house and drive a nicer car. Once you hit success, you ask yourself, now what? I hit the success. So when you start seeing what to do with it and you figure out that really success is where you give back, and we start influencing other people and start giving back to the community, start doing, I'm huge on the Habitat for Humanities, I'm huge of donations, I'm huge of giving back to young entrepreneurs that have no clue what they're doing today. And I say, I can teach them, I can show them, and if you give that, and this has no return, you don't get any money, but just going out there and preaching to people how to make money and how to be successful and how to impact fresh and new generation. And that's when you figure out when you success. What it takes to succeed is very easy. A set mind, hard work, never give up, continue grinding until the end. Never give up and go the extra mile, because the majority of people quitting before they get to the end of the line.